Well, I'm back from visiting my my primary. She's so funny. So anyway, she was really happy with the progress. My blood pressure's going down, and things are looking better. And I did show her what I'm taking, the other thing that I bought. And of course, she was quite fine with it, you know. And we were talking about the hospital. I was like, they were pushing the big carbs, and then they, you know, what they had waiting for me when I came out of surgery. And she was just like, oh, God. So I told her, you know, yeah, I'm on the carb, high fat, and salt diet. And, you know, she, again, you know, she's quite fine with it. And she told me that her boss wants her to go to this, you know, they have to update their education and stuff, something about healthy living. And she goes, I look at the thing, and the first thing they have on there is plant-based diets, and she was horrified. So I guess that kind of says where she's at, huh? She was like, plant-based diets. Of course, I can't argue with them because it's my boss. But she said she had one veteran that came in there, and he was just having just a fat diet. That was it, fat. She said he would go to the butcher's and just buy the cut-off fat. And she said he would come in and he'd be so excited and look at my hair, look at my hair. He must have been losing his hair before. His hair was coming back and his labs were all good. And he was so excited, and that's all he was doing was the fat. And so, yeah, she was telling me about that. That was pretty funny. But then, you know, she ordered my panel next time when I come in May. She's doing a full thyroid, the T4, the T3, and also looking at the parathyroids, my calcium, how it's working. So that's what I have to have done for the next time I come in. And she was just saying, yeah, if I'm good on this medication, that she'll go ahead and order it. Because that one, the one they got me on now, the generic, she can get through the VA. But if he does switch me over, she said to get me on the Armour, that the endocrinologist has to prescribe it, and then she can go through the process of having it ordered, because I have to get it on the outside. So that's what we were discussing today. But I told her, yeah, this other one seems to be working with the other supplement that I bought for it. It's got the desiccated lamb thyroid stuff in it. And I said, so far, it seems to be working well. So anyway, yeah, next time I go in, she's going to do a full thyroid panel, which the endocrinologist didn't even do. So she's going to do the full panel, and then check my calcium again to make sure that my calcium level is stabilized, etc. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have her as a primary. You know, if I would have had somebody else, I wouldn't have told them about the supplement I'm taking, because they would probably be horrified. But she, you know, stays very well educated in it. And like I said, when they told her she had to go to this healthy living thing, and the first thing on there was plant-based diet, she was just like, you know, what am I going to do? I have to go to it because it's my boss. But I could tell she was not impressed with that at all. But yeah, she's funny. She's always wearing Western boots. She's got knee-high Western boots on today. Even in the hottest summer, she comes out in boots. Okay, so yeah, she's a trip. But I really do like. You could talk to her, and she's good, and she has no problem with the high fat carnivore. And she was really happy to see that my blood pressures are coming down, that that all of my levels are looking really good. I lost 5 pounds from when I was her last visit. So everything is just going gangbusters, and she was really, really happy about that. So, yeah. But she's funny. She goes, remind me next time when I come in what we're doing. I said, who's doing this, me or us? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have a doctor that you can actually talk with and be frank with, and is educated and willing to look at alternative things. So that, because I told her what happened in the hospital, that they're pushing the carbs, and the only thing that they had that I could eat the day one was applesauce. I said, and of course my blood sugar spikes overnight, then they want to give me insulin shots. And I was just like, she was also like, oh my God. They're really pushing the carbs. You got to have the carbs. I said, what are they doing to me there? So she agreed. She said, that's just horrible. The worst thing you can do is what they're pushing on you. And so anyway, we had a laugh about that, just how sick it is, what they're doing, the opposite of what you should be doing. I said, here I had just had a full thyroidectomy, and I've got the diabetes, and they're pushing high carbs and, fruit stuff, the applesauce and the high carbs. I said, what do they think's going to happen? So anyway, yeah, it was a good session going there today. So I'm done with that until May. I think May 10th I go back again and see her, and we'll do the full labs, the full thyroid panel, and just see exactly where my levels are and what's taking place with it. So I'm actually looking forward to that, to see what the numbers are going to be, and then we can adjust things going forward. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave that here, but it was a good visit. I'm glad I have her as a doctor that finally, it's somebody you can talk with. Because some of them, you can't talk with them at all. They're old school. They haven't kept up with research, and it's one way and one way only. Now, I do know the endocrinologist that I'm seeing. I did ask him the first thing when I went in there, could we switch me over to Armor? And he said, possibly, yes. So when I go in to see him, I'm going to talk with him about that, wanting to switch to Armor because it's got T3 in it, whereas this other synthetic does not. And so if you don't have a thyroid and you don't have the T3, that's what causes, essentially, you've got Hashimoto's disease, no matter how much of the synthetic hormone they give you, because it won't convert, okay? So anyway, I may have to dig out where I found about that it's in the endocrinologist thing if they stay up on things. where it does talk about that. So I'm going to see if I can find that study again before I go in there so I can have it in hand. That's the only way you can talk to some of these doctors. You have to have it in hand and say, here, it's not from me. This is from the endocrinologists. Studies themselves, okay? Oh. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Check and see what's going on the net, what's happening, and we'll go from there, step by step.